All right, we're back to talk about the divisions for Major League Baseball, and then we'll go through some of the award winners for our predictions that have, again, as we've mentioned, done very well over the years, especially when it comes to managers. So make sure you lock in your picks with us. Um, so let's start with the AL East. Uh, Very competitive division. I don't know if it's going to be AL Central competitive like it was last year at the very least, but there's five not terrible teams in this division. And so it'd be interesting to see your guys' order on who's winning, who's coming out on top, who's losing.
Yeah, I mean, this could go a number of different ways, I think. Red Sox retooled. Uh, I've seen some picks for them. I mean, the Orioles are always fun. Um, Yankees obviously still have are the Yankees. Um, but I am going to go with the Red Sox as number one. Baltimore two, Yankees three, Blue Jays, then Rays.
Yeah. Blake, any concurrence there, or you got a little bit different?
I go Orioles one, Red Sox two, Yankees three, Rays, and then Blue Jays. I think the Blue Jays, they got a lot to prove and a lot of turmoil in management. I had a hard time signing Vladdy and Bo
Yep.
Bichette. I think it's still a big question mark.
Okay.
I
I
share
can.
I share the exact order with Blake. I do have the Orioles first with the Red Sox, Yankees, Rays, and Blue Jays as well. And yeah, we talked about the young talented team that is the Orioles. They were just as young last year. Obviously, they had Santander there last year, but um, a bunch of young guys that just was a loaded farm system that everyone was like, well, they can afford to give up these three guys to get some of the best players in all of baseball if they really wanted to. And so some of those guys are now coming up, and we're going to see, with the Westberg and the maybe even Basayo and Kobe Mayo and
Yep.
Jackson Holiday. We're going to see some of these guys this year, and it'll be interesting. I think, isn't Grayson Rodriguez even expected to go this year?
Yeah, I mean he was up last year at one point and then he was up and down. But he was up early last year.
Yeah,
Got to
just a
win
lot
for
of
the slot.
talented dudes. And obviously Adley Rutschman is still young. So Colton
Yep.
Cowser's still young. Yeah, they've got a lot of good guys. So yeah, but it's going to be very competitive. Like Ben said, Boston did a number this offseason, probably one of the best off seasons of any team in baseball this year. So I
Mhm.
think they're going to be very competitive, and Yankees are still the Yankees. They're going to be right up there, I think, to the end. Those three teams are going to be vying for that spot, and I think there's going to be two of those teams that make it into the playoffs,
Yep.
if not
The
three. I
Yankees,
mean,
the Yankees pre Garrett Cole injury, I think we're gonna make a little bit of
yeah, and I
noise.
think what Giancarlo Stanton has some injury issues too.
Yeah, I mean, who knows how long Stanton's gonna be out? Heel's gonna be out for like 2 months, and Cole's out for a whole season. So yeah,
Can you pronounce his last name Heel?
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
it does
How have I
Heel.
gotten that wrong? I've literally been saying Gil like a lunatic.
Luis Heel.
Spanish. Didn't you take Spanish in high school?
I did, but Miss Caparis was so attractive I couldn't focus.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. She was not. She's probably the
That's
ugliest
it.
teacher in history.
You just got that in recording.
Blackmail.
I'm sending it to her.
We interrupt this program. All right, well, let's skedaddle over to the AL Central here, our very own. I've got Detroit winning this, and I've changed my pick multiple times. I literally had yesterday I had Minnesota first. This morning I changed it to Detroit. And then I looked at Kansas City's roster and I'm like, wow, Kansas City they look like they did some retooling too, not quite to the Red Sox level, but and
Yeah.
then Cleveland is still like Cleveland can be very competitive in games and they're gonna burn you on. They just
Yeah.
play to the ninth. They play through the ninth inning.
Mhm.
And then the White Sox play to the first inning. And so I'm not too concerned about that one. I think you look across the board, Ben, and you can vouch for this, but I think almost every baseball writing business out there has them 30 out of 30 in the power rankings.
Yeah, I mean they might end up. I think they're gonna have a bottom three record, but by easily. But I mean, there might depends on some of the young guys. They have some good young pitchers, but I don't know how early they're gonna bring any of those guys up. So They have like a
Yeah,
top five
do you feel like they have
now,
to rush
but
it, or I think it's like one of those things where
no, it doesn't matter. None
yeah,
of it matters. They don't have to bring any of those guys up right now. They'll have Colson Montgomery up to play shortstop after a month or two, and
I think in July and August you're going to see some dudes,
catchers
and
they'll
then
have
especially September.
Kyle Teal and Edward Carroll come up uh, to play catcher. Um, Beyond that, I don't care if they bring anybody else up. So
They have Corey Lee though, right?
release their catcher, yeah, but I mean
He's fine.
he's a he's a career 188 hitter. Like he had a
I mean,
pretty
he's not going to
he
be
had
Martin Maldonado by any
an
means,
okay
but
season at times last year. So,
he won't be Maldonado
but
by any means. But
uh, Maldonado's still on a roster, so
yeah.
We got a job.
still
Job
making
security,
money playing baseball.
something I
Exactly.
can't say anymore.
Oh boy.
All right. Well, anyway, what's your guys' order for the AL Central?
This is tough because I could see the top four could be kind of
Interchangeable. Yeah.
matched, interchangeable. But I'm gonna go Twins, Tigers, Royals, Guardians, White Sox.
I'm in agreement with Ben. I don't think I have to expand on it. I think we're in agreement there.
The Guardians are just too stale for me. The Royals are going to be fighting for a top to win. I think the top three, it's going to be within 5 games of each other. But from each level, the winner might win it by 5 games, but third place might be 10 games out of first. But I think it's going to be close. The top three. So
AL West, Blake, what's your order?
Whoa. I think I've got the Rangers on top here. Rangers, Mariners, Astros, Angels, Athletics. Obviously, I don't really think we have to expand on the Athletics. We all know. Yes, they've got a couple good, they've got some.
Dude, they're on the up though. They look.
Yeah, they're on the up,
I
but
like some of.
they don't even have a place to call home. They won't
they
call
don't
themselves the
even have a
Sacramento Athletics. So,
They
you
can play in
know,
the Sandlot.
good.
I just think that's kind of who wants to play for them? Come on. It's kind of like the White Sox, but
Who wants to go to the stadium and cheer for them? Like that was the big issue, really. I mean,
so,
Yeah.
but the Rangers, I think they just kind of had an off year last year. A bunch of duds. DeGrom's coming back.
injuries too, man.
Yeah, Langford will be, I
Pretty sure
think,
what Josh
better.
Young was hurt in like the first game.
Evan Carter will be better. I think
I
they've got a lot
Langford.
of guys that are
Kevin Carter, yeah. Yeah.
are going to be really, really good. And yeah, they were really good a couple years ago, but they had a rough go last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm identical to you, except I do have actually the Athletics being fourth and the Angels fifth.
Okay.
I I really want to pick the Mariners first, but they just don't have enough
Yeah.
offense. Um, so I'll go, yeah, Rangers, Mariners, Astros. I'll go Athletics and then Angels. Yeah. I think that's a very like two very bad teams. Not
No,
good.
I had Seattle winning probably a day or two ago as well, and then I just looked at it again this morning, and I'm just like,
They don't have enough offense.
yeah, it's gonna be a lot of 3-2 games, man.
Yep. Yep.
NL East, Ben, who do you have going here?
The NL East.
Very competitive, three really good
Yeah.
teams.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Phillies, Braves, Mets, Nationals, Marlins.
When have you not picked the Phillies?
I like
You do love the Phillies, yeah.
the fighting Phils. I mean,
Philly
have
the
you seen
fanatic.
Have
Yep.
you seen the Fanatic?
I mean, the best evolutionary version of an elephant ever.
I mean, what was the? No, it wasn't him. Yeah, he's kind of an elephant, I guess. Isn't he like an
The
ant? Yeah,
closest mammal I can think of.
he's something. I'm
It's
gonna
not
look
a
that.
platypus.
I'm gonna look that up.
I think
What
it's just a fake thing.
Philly? What is the Philly
More like
Fanatic?
the Hamburglar, not a real thing. I don't know.
It's a furry bird with a long beak and tongue. Sweet.
I have the Braves first, then I have the Phillies, then I have the Mets, and then Nationals and the Marlins last. Marlins, Rockies, White Sox, all going to be fighting for the bottom three.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've got the same thing. Not a ton to add. Yeah, there's three top teams there, and I think it could go any which way based on injuries. And yeah, the Phillies and Braves are always good. The Mets obviously have spent a lot of money, and they're supposed to be good, but they should be good this year.
And they're supposed to be good, but something will happen that will make them not as good as they should be.
Yeah.
And then the Mets fans will freak out and it'll be funny.
Juan Soto's not what we paid for.
Yeah.
No.
Um, yeah, it's like give Brett Batty his jersey number back. All right, let me see. NL Central here. I did pick the Cubs, I think, for the first time in like 5 years to win this division. I do have the Brewers two, the Reds three, the Pirates four, and I have got the Cardinals for the first time in like 12 years, finishing last in this division. So, yeah, and that could be Pitt, but I just think actually Jared Jones and Paul Skeens are really good pitchers.
Isn't
And
Jones
I
hurt to start the year though?
and I love Aniel Cruz as like the Walmart version of Ellie De La Cruz.
Yeah.
So he's like the great value version of Ellie De La Cruz. Very talented player, but you're getting a little bit cheaper of a brand. But yeah, Cubs I think are going to be super competitive this year. They did a lot of work in free agency. Kyle Tucker, man.
They're off to a rough
And
start. So
yeah. Yeah, well they had to face the Dodgers right off the bat in Japan. That's
hey,
enemy
the Tigers got
territory.
to face the Dodgers right away too. So
Yeah, but not in Japan. That was enemy territory, dude. That was unfair.
what, they have them 3-2 or something?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. What they
It's
did,
not like they
yeah,
don't both
probably.
have Japanese guys.
Well, technically, so Tommy Edmonds like mixed though, right? So,
Oh yeah. So yeah, I guess okay. We'll give you a shoe in.
all
Uh,
right. Yeah, who do you guys have for the NL
I think
Central?
the Cubs and Brewers are closer than they look on paper, but I'll go Cubs. Brewers, Reds, Pirates, Cardinals. Reds are actually I think the Reds are actually going to be fun to watch and good. They got Francona as manager. I think they're going to be surprisingly good.
Yeah.
Or not have a job. Like he just gets to go wherever he wants.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a flip-flop of the Cubs and Brewers. I think the Brewers are gonna win it. The Cubs just to me, they don't have a ton of pop, honestly.
Just
Kyle Tucker.
I know
just
Kyle Tucker has it, but
Seiya Suzuki can pop
Seiya
eventually.
Suzuki's a dud. It's
Nico Horner, is he ever going to run into one?
Nico's
No.
hurt.
He's
Oh, is
also
he?
he might have 10 home runs. He's got no pop.
Yeah, he's not a
I remember in MLB 2022 when I bought that game, the show, I made Nico Horner so good. He had like 31 home runs a year.
Well, the
And
show,
video games are real life. So
you're right. Yep, you're right.
yeah. Yeah,
MLB
some
The
guy I
Show
know sends me
2022 was so
the
realistic.
stats on those.
Yeah. So everything else the same though that you after Milwaukee beats the
I
Cubs,
just got
you
those
got
two flip-flopped.
I like it. I think it's closer than most pundits have Cubs first, but I think it's going to be a lot closer. I think the Brewers are really going to be good, and I think the Reds are going to push both those teams a little bit.
who else is pitching in the rotation for the Brewers besides Peralta? It's not, I don't think it's outstanding. That's for sure. That's
Yeah,
my
it's
biggest
not a,
concern with the Brewers.
but they put together a pretty good team every year. I don't know. I
Yeah,
compare it to kind of the
but
Rays.
like
They don't
you
have
get
a ton of.
Imanaga and Justin Steele, like that's a good one too for the.
Yeah, no, that's a good. Yeah, but
And I think the bullpen's fine. But
Brandon
yeah,
Woodruff.
you're
Woodruff
right. You're right.
good.
On paper, on paper, it probably does look like the Cubs are better, but there's always that something that comes up. That curse is back. So who knows?
Trevor McGill. Jose Quintana is on their 40 man.
Oh, on the 40 man. Is he actually gonna? Or is his
Nestor
arm?
Cortez.
Because we have Jose Urquidy.
they've got Nasty Nestor.
They got
You
Nasty
do have
Nestor.
Nestor Cortez now?
Yeah, they do. They got no, Brandon Woodruff is
Oh, is he? Yeah, I forgot about Woodruff.
he's
Because I was
really
gonna
good.
say Corbin Burns is not on their roster
They have
anymore.
Eric Haas as one of their catchers.
There
I
you go.
know.
I
See?
mean,
So they're gonna
And
be good.
left fielder and left fielder.
you're right. You're right.
A lot of pop. Hit a bomb off of Liam Hendricks, White
Sometimes he
Sox.
just runs into one.
I do like their outfield a
Opening
lot.
day.
Jackson Chorio. I'd like Garrett Mitchell. Obviously Yelich. I mean, I don't know. There's some talent there. It's not crazy, but there's some talent. Their
Yeah,
infield.
I just think the Cubs are a little overhyped.
Yeah.
And now that we know they started the season like 0-2, like
Yeah, exactly.
Already behind the eight ball. You know.
Yeah,
they got
they're
some
the
work
worst.
to do.
They're
They're
the worst team on
uphill
paper.
battle. Uphill
Yeah.
battle with 160 games left.
Yeah.
NL West. Ben, who do you got there?
I go Dodgers, Diamondbacks, Padres,
Yep.
Giants, Rockies.
All right, same.
Yeah, I think that one's pretty. Again, Dodgers start 2-0.
Yeah.
Don't the Giants have the best record in spring training, and that means the world?
Yeah, that usually means they're not going to be good.
Yeah. They have
Yeah.
Justin Verlander, so
That just means they have no idea what guy is going to be on the 40, and they have to go just shuffle that out until they get the right mix.
Exactly.
I think the Tigers are playing the Giants tonight.
They are.
And they played them yesterday and lost 6-4.
Yeah.
But Torkelson had another bomb, and then Riley hit it out into the water in the cove.
Well, he's back in Arizona, so he's feeling at home, Torkelson. You know,
That's what
thin
it is.
air.
Back in the West Coast, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right. Well, I've got the wild card teams. My wild card teams is the Red Sox, Yankees, and Mariners. My NL wild card is the Phillies, Diamondbacks, and Mets. It's pretty good.
Mine is the Orioles, the Royals. No, not the Royals. I'm sorry. The Orioles, the Tigers, and the hold on. Let me make sure I have it right.
You probably got Yankees, Mariners, Royals, or Astros.
I know. I'm gonna go Mariners.
Yeah, I've got Yankees, Mariners, Tigers.
Well, then we're clean sweep on the Tigers getting in. That's good news. I feel better
Yeah,
now.
I think it's barely, but yeah, I think they get in.
It's a battle. That's gonna be a battle, and I'm actually
Because
not like
the problem they might run, I don't know. They're just I don't love their yeah, we talked about their defense and I like their rotation. If it's healthy, I really like their rotation. I like their bullpen mostly, and he'll figure out the bullpen. I just don't love their defense, and I just think the offense is going to be extremely inconsistent.
That's pretty good analysis. I agree. I
I
actually think
think
the
there's times when you're like, man, these guys are really good, and then there's times when you're like, holy crap. We
bullpen
might
was
get
top 3
okay.
last year, and I actually think bullpen's probably going to fall to somewhere between 10 and 14 this year.
Yeah, you can't ride that out like that.
They've also just not looked very good in spring. And I know that doesn't mean a lot. They're trying new things. They're trying different pitches, different arm angles, messing around a little bit. But man, Will Vest hasn't been good. Bo Brisky hasn't been good. Andrew Chafin's not going to make the roster. He's been so bad. John Brebbia has been inconsistent. I don't.
I
I'm a
nicknamed
little
John Brebbia last year. He pitched for the White Sox. You want to know that what I
Joel's hot on
nicknamed?
Maeda though. He thinks Maeda's
I'm all in on
probably
Maeda.
top 5 in Cy Young.
The
I
bullpen
nicknamed
is
John
where he needs to
Brebbia.
be.
I nicknamed John Brebbia Bin Laden last year. That's how bad I hated him.
Because he blew it up so bad.
Because he blew it up so bad every time he came in.
Like, you could call him Taco Bell toilets,
Every
dude. I
time,
don't
every
know.
time. Nope. It was Bin Laden. Every time he came in, I was about ready to turn it off. I'm like, well, this is over.
Who do you guys have for your wild card in the NL?
Um, let's see here. I have Braves, Diamondbacks, and
Brewers.
Brewers. Yep.
I got Cubs, Padres, Phillies.
Good. All right. ALCS matchup. What do you have? I've got the Red Sox versus the Rangers.
Yes.
Got Orioles, Rangers.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Red Sox, Mariners.
NLCS, I have Dodgers versus Braves.
Dodgers, Phils.
Dodgers, Mets. Even though I don't, for some reason, think the Mets are gonna, I don't know. I think they're gonna make a run a little bit.
Uh-huh.
I think people
World
are down
Series.
on it, so you got to be up on it.
Yeah,
I feel you. Yeah.
it's fair.
What do you think for the World Series there? I've got Dodgers beating the Red Sox in 5 games.
Dodgers, Red Sox in 6.
Got a hot take. Orioles. Orioles are putting it together. Young teams making a run over
Okay.
Dodgers 6.
All right. Who's your World Series MVP? I'm picking the obvious Shohei Ohtani.
If that
Uh,
happens again,
well,
come on.
having the Red Sox win.
Okay, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Roki Sasaki.
No.
Mookie Betts.
All 150 pounds of them.
I'm gonna go with tough. Jaron Duran.
Ooh, I like it.
I've got Adley Rutschman, so
I like that too.
Yep.
All right. AL MVP.
who are you gonna let go first?
Just blurt it out. If someone wants to
All
blurt
right,
it out.
I'm gonna put Bobby Witt out there because I know Ben's gonna steal it. So
Yeah, I had Witt written down, so I'm gonna take Jaron Duran.
Take Gunnar Henderson.
Who'd you take?
Gunner.
Gunner. All right. All right. NL MVP.
Shohei.
All right. Fair enough. I will remove Shohei from mine.
Juan Soto.
Okay.
I know Joel's gonna hate that one.
Yeah, I'm not. I didn't write Juan down. Well, because I figured people were gonna pick Shohei and Soto probably. So I put in parentheses some real sleepers. So I've kind of gone back and forth between Lindor and Jackson Chorio.
Okay.
And I just feel like Lindor is probably more apt to win it. I think Chorio still has more to prove before teams are gonna be like, here, or the award's just gonna go to him. So,
Yeah.
that's cool, no problem. I'm gonna go Lindor. Soto. All right, AL
Garrett Crochet. As much as I
Ah,
hate to
you
say
got
it,
my. I'm gonna have to erase Garrett Crochet. I had Garrett Crochet.
former White Sox, but he's a Red Sox now, so I can cheer for him.
You, you gonna go back to back for Scoob?
Me? No.
I'll just go Logan Gilbert. Get off the
Okay.
left screen. Back to back's really hard to do.
I know it is.
That's why, yeah.
It's
It'll be
funny that
impressive.
you're saying Gilbert though, because my backup, because I knew one was gonna pick him. He's a sleeper. I was gonna go with Brian Wu.
Oh,
Who's
okay.
good. I think Cole Reagans is another good one I thought about. That's a dark horse one.
Yeah.
Max Fried.
Let's see here. All right, NL
Sandy Alcantara.
Ooh.
If he's healthy, I like it because he's going to
Yeah,
pitch every inning.
I know. That guy has nasty stuff if he can stay healthy.
Well, I had Skeens. So my sleeper that I knew no one else was gonna pick is Spencer
Shohei
Schwellenbach.
Ohtani. Is Shohei Ohtani.
Schwellenbach.
Schwellenbach is nasty. I don't know if he's going to.
Yeah, it's a steep climb for him to get to the NL side already, but yeah. AL rookie. Jackson Job.
Kumar Rocker.
Kumar was disgusting yesterday. You see that? He had like 8 Ks through 4. Either Jacob Wilson or Jack Caglianone. I'll go with Caglianone.
Ooh, is he gonna go both sides? Is he pitching this year too?
No, they don't have him pitching, but he wants to. He talked about how he wants to.
I thought about if someone was gonna blurt out Joe before me, I'd Kobe Mayo. But
Mayo's up there.
Yeah.
Jason Dominguez.
oh yeah, I think he's the odds-on favorite right now is Dominguez.
Yeah, but I think he's a bust.
I do
Is
too.
Jackson Holiday still eligible or not?
No, I don't think so.
No.
Okay, too many ABs.
All right, NL rookie.
Dylan Cruz.
Drake Baldwin.
Yeah, you guys didn't pick any of mine, but Drake Baldwin's a good one. I mean, I guess I could just say Roki Sasaki, right?
I think Roki Sasaki is going to get hurt. It's just my. That's
I
my
thought
hot
someone
take
for sure.
prediction.
I
He's
thought
getting
someone for sure was blurting out Sasaki, so I put Davison De Los Santos in there.
yeah.
Okay.
Dalton
And then
Rushing.
I also was like, maybe Matt Shaw. That guy kind of runs out to me too.
Dalton Rushing.
You know. But
Bubba
you
Chan-
guys didn't say Sasaki, so I feel like someone's got to go with the odds-on favorite, right?
Yep.
All right, AL manager, since we're so good at this,
Alex Cora.
he's still getting
I,
fired.
I have him winning it all. So
He's still getting fired.
AJ Hinch.
not be a good. That would be a
I hope he's not getting fired.
that would be a disaster for the Red Sox. If he gets fired, that means either he did something like lewd in public, or they that was not good.
He's already been a part of one, right? So
Yeah, he could do something really wrong. Yeah, who knows?
He could get a DUI.
ooh.
Yeah, but if they're having a really good year, they'll find a way to cover that up.
I know. Well, the White Sox did
Yeah,
Yeah,
just in
with
case,
someone
you're
so
like
much lesser.
your interpreter's gambling or something,
yeah,
Yeah.
It'd be good.
exactly.
Yeah, I don't think Alex Cora needs an interpreter anymore.
No.
So you have AJ Hinch.
AJ Hinch, yeah.
He deserved it last year and they gypped him.
That's why I put him back up there. I said, you know
Who'd they
what?
give it to? They give it to Rocco last year.
Uh, no,
Rocco invoked, right?
I think Vogue.
Oh, was
Yeah,
it Volk? They give it to Volk. Yeah.
Vogt.
Yeah,
All right. Well, I'm gonna go Mark Kotze.
I like Kansai.
I think Sacramento slash Vegas slash Athletics are just gonna destroy the MLB this year. They're gonna be top five.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna stop at my hot take because I totally know it's BS. NL manager. I'm gonna say Craig Counsell.
Terry Francona.
Oh, all right, that's fine. Have it. I think they're going to be good. I think they're going to
Yeah.
actually. I legitimately think they'll be good. I mean, the cop out's Dave Roberts, but that's just old.
Oh, yeah. He got an extension, I think. They're just throwing
Pat
money.
Murphy's still on the board.
Yeah, I'll go with Pat Murphy. Maybe Bob Melvin.
Hey, Pat Murphy is who Blake picked last year.
No, give me
So-
Brian Snitker. Give me Brian.
Oh,
Snitker.
Snicker. Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Just because I have them higher. So
Yeah, it makes sense.
I can't pick a team that I'm not high on.
So when I made this prediction 2 weeks ago on who my AL comeback was going to be, I had Shane McClanahan, but I think he rebusted himself, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he's quite. Yeah, I think he's hurt again.
So much for that. I'm saying Casey Mize.
Oh, okay. All right.
AL comeback, huh?
I've got Mike Trout, so
All right.
I think he qualifies.
That's right. Yeah, he didn't play much last year. That'd be fine. Although people already know he's a beast, but
Yeah, I know, but still, he can
I
still
think
get
that
something
would
to
be
prove.
more like, yeah, that's comeback. Breakout would be a guy that's never been a beast.
Yes.
DeGrom.
Okay. Yep. DeGrom's definitely in the category too. So, all right. NL comeback. I'm going to put Ronald Acuna Jr.
Sandy Alcantara.
Wow. What a year. Winning the NL Cy and the comeback.
Well, he's going to be. I don't know if you ever watched him throw or looked at his hands, but that guy, like Pedro Martinez-esque, except he's bigger than Pedro.
Oh, I had him win the NL Cy last year. He wrecked me. So,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he kind of fell apart,
yeah.
Um,
Pick Dustin May.
no. Spencer Strider.
Okay. Yep. Counts. Yeah, in case someone yelled out Acuna, I had Dustin May. So
Dustin May. Didn't he have like throat surgery or something?
yeah, he had it rough, but by all accounts I've heard he's looked fantastic so far. So.
Yeah, I mean, he's nasty when he's not injuring his throat.
All right, well, we're gonna do the breakout here, and yeah, TBD on who you guys pick for breakout if they're qualified. But yeah, let's hear your breakouts for AL and NL.
AL? I'll go with Evan Carter. Get us started.
Okay.
I like
Good.
Evan Carter.
Obviously, he's been good in the playoffs before, but he didn't have a really great year last year. So I think him and White
Christian
are going to
Campbell
be
for the
good.
Red Sox.
Who picking?
Christian Campbell for the Red Sox.
Christian Campbell. Is he on the opening day roster even?
Oh, but he's going to be up at second base. Just give it
Okay.
some time.
All right. Well, I picked three, but one of them I'm more sure of. I have Junior Caminero.
Yes.
Uh, other guys that I looked at was Nolan Shinwell and Vinny Pasquantino.
I like
But
Victor.
I'm gonna go with Caminero.
I like Victor Robles too
Yeah,
for the
Robles.
Mariners.
Yep.
Lars Newbar.
Oh yeah, my guy.
Just,
Joel
Mr.
Love.
Nobody 3 podcasts ago, years ago.
Oh,
James.
here we go. We'll never live it down.
Yeah.
Ever.
Who?
NL breakout.
James Wood.
Yeah, James Wood is the easy one. Yeah, I had James Wood initially, but I have Jung Hoo Lee for the next one.
Who?
I'm going with PCA Picaro Armstrong. I think the Cubs are going to look
Ooh.
for him to have a season.
Michael Tolia is a good one too. For the
I'm big on the PCA, Presbyterian Church of America. Yep.
Yes. Yep. Not big on Book Shambi, so
uh, all right. Usually I do the Hank Aaron. I didn't actually put anyone, but you guys can spit someone out if you got someone for Hank Aaron here.
got Paul Goldschmidt for AL.
Yeah, Paul Goldschmidt. Wow, all right.
Yankee. Gonna settle right in.
Let's see here. Who do I want to go with? Give me Rafael Devers. He'll figure it out with Alex Bregman.
He doesn't want to play first base, so
yeah, we'll see how that goes.
They'll just put they'll put two guys at third base.
Gonna end up like Moneyball, where they're just gonna be forced to trade him.
They'll just both line up that part of the field, even
hey,
though
I
the
know a
show
team that needs a third baseman.
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, he is statistically the worst third baseman in baseball since he's been up.
Devers?
Yes.
Where's
Yes.
the
Really?
Castellanos?
Yes. Statistically the worst third baseman in baseball since
I
he's
thought
been
he won a Gold Glove for some reason. Who am I thinking of?
no. He's had like the worst defensive WAR of any like
Yeah.
qualifying third baseman since he's been up.
Yeah, no. Ben's right.
He's not good.
I can back him up.
He's kind of fat.
You could specifically go out there and back him up at third base. Just
Oh, yeah,
go into
yeah.
left field and back him up in left field.
Well, you
For
need
sure.
to back him up because he lets a lot of stuff go through the wickets there.
Yeah.
He's kind of like fat, so he doesn't have
That's
like
what
the
I mean. He's
athleticism.
not a first base
He's
is a
not.
good
He's certainly
spot.
not he's not the panda for sure. Pablo
DH
Sandoval. But
DH is probably the best spot for him, but
yeah.
He's not going to do that.
no.
Any other Hank Aaron guy for me?
Judge.
Judge. All right. And then I'm going to add this one because we still have time. And you guys could probably think of something pretty quick. Who's going to be the most disappointing player this year?
Ooh.
Eloy.
I went back and forth. I have two. I put Xander Bogaerts, and I also put Kodai Senga.
Most disappointing player this year. That's tough.
Not that you're rooting for someone to get injured, but I think someone that you think is going to just break.
Does Seiya Suzuki count? He's already a liability in the outfield, and I don't think he's going to provide anything in offense. So
Yeah, if you think he's a member of a starting lineup that's probably projected to be a top 3 or 4 player on the team, or at least a lineup.
Disappointing. Hot take. Ellie De La Cruz is going to be
Ooh.
disappointing.
He strikes out a lot.
I think there's too much swing and miss in his game. I think he's still going to have be fun to watch, but when you look back at his stats, you're going to be like, wow, that was not,
So what's a disappointing stat line for him? Like you're thinking 230 with 28 home runs and
40 with
50 bags.
25 home runs.
Yeah, but he's going to steal 50 bags.
He'll steal 50 bags.
It won't be 100, but it'll be 50.
He gets thrown out a lot too. I just think he'll just not. I mean, he's just going to strike out a lot. It's what I'm feeling. So
I'm a disappointed fan on him. I went to a Cubs Reds game. I was like, oh man, I can see his wheels in action, this and that. Yep.
He didn't even get a base.
Three strikeouts.
You watched him walk to the dugout.
what he does though,
He's man.
he's like a weird player. He's a like a guy with that kind of speed. It's like, dude, just put the ball in play. Nope, it's swing and miss. It's a lot of swing and miss. So
Yeah.
Any other thoughts, ideas, hot takes?
Tyler Glass now.
ooh,
Probably going to be hurt again.
probably. That's a good bet. I
I
think
think
Garrett Cole's going to be pretty disappointing this year.
I think Bobby Jenks.
He's got stomach cancer.
oh
He's
jeez.
got stage 4.
Jeez.
Poor guy.
That's like saying Ryan Rayburn. Let's
Poor
bring it
guy.
back.
Johnny Kelly.
Poor guy's might die this year.
He probably almost certainly will, actually.
I mean, that's horrible. Yeah, a
What? It's
disappointing year.
he caused a lot of pain for me. I mean, I should put rivalries aside for stuff like this, but he caused a lot of pain for Tigers fans for years being a
Poor
dominant
stomach
closer.
cancer.
Hey,
Um,
Is Tim Anderson still in the MLB? Is he with the
Angels,
Marlins
the
still?
Angels. He's with the
Angels?
Angels.
Oh yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
Juan
the
Moncada
thing,
is also with the Angels.
yeah, the thing that I think like I don't know why it triggered me because I usually try not to let things trigger me, but I Facebook went on there, saw someone comment and be like, the American healthcare system sucks. Bobby Jenks shouldn't even have to be like this should have been cut so much earlier, but the healthcare system sucks in America. And I'm like,
Yeah.
even if we had like universal healthcare, Bobby Jenks is the last person that I think should qualify for it, given the fact that he's taking from the pool of people that actually take care of their bodies. And this guy literally
He was
chewed
pretty fat.
tobacco and
He was
drank a
pretty fat.
crap ton. He did
Yeah,
no favors to his body.
he's pretty fat.
Well, he
He's
didn't know, yeah, and he did no
pretty
favor. He
unhealthy.
drank like crazy. He chewed tobacco. The
Yeah.
chewing tobacco is like the number one way to get stomach cancer. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I was
Real quick.
like, I don't like universal healthcare is a beautiful idea, but there's too many unhealthy people in America that would be stealing from the pool for people that actually are trying to take care of their bodies and should.
This became a
TED Talk.
debate.
Yeah, TED Talk from
And I can
Joel.
debate universal healthcare all you want.
This is going to be the clip that Blake is going to
Yeah,
post.
this is the one I'm putting
So
out there so everybody
yeah,
knows.
this is why I came prepped with just that.
Oh boy.
Any other hot takes, guys? We have 2 minutes to kill here.
No.
No. All right.
I was
Well
gonna try to
then,
pick a Tiger to be one of the most disappointed, but here's the thing. I just think they're all gonna be slightly above average.
I
Slightly.
actually think the bullpen.
Average.
I think the Tigers bullpen is going to altogether be in that disappointing category, just because I think for the last few years we've been so used to them being like a top 5, 6 bullpen, and I
Mhm.
think they're really going to be a middle ground bullpen this year. Again, I shouldn't try to base everything off of spring. Like it doesn't make me feel good. There's like Jason Foley doesn't feel like he should be a lock to make this roster. He's been terrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I just think I mean, Tommy Canley hasn't pitched a ton this spring, but he was pretty much a lock coming in. They spent too much money on that bullpen arm. Tyler Holton also giving up runs, and he's supposed to be Mr. Shutdown.
Yeah.
So,
All right, Joel. Joel, I'm going to turn the table on you real quick. Give us the stat line for Javi Baez this year.
See, I was
after that hip surgery, dude, you're
disappointing,
looking
but
at
there are no expectations, so you can't really have disappointment if you're
after that hip surgery, dude's hitting 275 with 21 homers.
Wow. Okay.
No, I'm kidding. He's probably not. I actually think he's gonna get he's getting DFA'd this year. But
Do you think so? Even though
yeah.
there's like 70 million left on his contract?
Yeah, but I wouldn't be surprised if at some point even, Kenta Maeda also gets DFA'd and there's tons of money in his contract too. The Tigers aren't usually like that, but they have dudes in the minors that are ready to go. And if the Tigers are even some semblance of competitive, they're not going to let them just keep dragging them down. So, yeah, probably not enough time to go on that whole further rant.
That's the
But
toughest part for the Tigers right now is they have a couple contracts. I mean, that's been their problem the last 10 years. I mean, they
Yeah,
had
Jordan Zimmerman was really good.
Zimmerman was a great contract. The Cabrera contract was an absolute weight on the organization. It's insane. Uh, yeah, and then you got the Maeda contract is not good. And the Baez contract is a disaster. So I don't know. They were perennially doing